I'm Duane Roelfs of Servants United Parish. I will be leading daily devotions with you. The basis for these daily devotions is from Christ in Her Home, a daily devotional series. The Bible readings are from the Revised Standard Version. Thursday, July 15th. The reading is from Colossians, the first chapter, verses 15 through 23. He is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of all creation. For in him all things were created, in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible. Whether thrones or dominions or principalities or authorities, all things were created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together. He is the head of the body, the church. He is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in everything he might be preeminent. For in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell, and through him to reconcile to himself all things, whether on earth or in heaven, making peace by the blood of his cross. And you who once were estranged and hostile in mind, doing evil deeds, he is now reconciled in his body of flesh by his death, in order to present you holy and blameless and irreproachable before him, providing that you continue in the faith, stable and steadfast, not shifting from the hope of the gospel which you heard, which has been preached to every creature under heaven, of which I, Paul, became a minister. Word of the Lord. Where we see God. I admire gifted authors of novels, poetry, and hymn. Often their words express for me a feeling or truth. In this letter to first century Christians, the author of Colossians uses words from an early hymn as he struggles to articulate the wonder of the invisible God. Indeed, we cannot see God with our eyes, yet we know God through Jesus. Words and phrases are heaped upon each other, extolling Jesus as Lord over heaven and earth, over everything in all creation, even over death. In him all things hold together. Finally, as if out of breath, the writer exclaims, in him all the fullness of God was pleased to dwell. Extravagant praise. In what seems to me similar ways, contemporary hymnist Brian Wren gathers the wonder of how we see the invisible God in Jesus' sacrificial love. In Wren's hymn, Great God, your love has called us, we sing. We strain to glimpse your mercy seat and find you kneeling at our feet. Our prayer. God, thank you that in Jesus you reveal the fullness of your majesty and love in self-giving service. Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.